You may feel less like fighting after I pull off your head.
Auto queue, the destroyer of competitive real-time strategy, or a simple misunderstood quality of life tool. Pros hate it, casuals love it. Let us take a deep dive into understanding what it is, what it does, and how it changes the landscape of competitive real-time strategy. For all of real-time strategy's history, games have been developed with certain mechanical limitations. You just need to look at StarCraft 1, released way back in 1998, where you could only select around 8 units at a time, rally points didn't auto-gather, and you best believe you can't select multiple buildings and batch-train units. The pros in this game are seen as mechanical gods and gatekeep the top of the tournaments with their ridiculously high APM and crazy micro abilities. Fast forward to Age of Empires 4, being only released last year, and you can clearly see the demand for mechanical ability has been severely lowered. Whether you take a look at the auto spread on walls being built, spamming farms without moving your mouse, and even villagers auto hiding and returning to work. So if this is okay, then why are the pros in a half about auto queue? Auto queue is a tool which allows players to tell a building to continuously spend their resources to train units until they tell it to stop. If you want to build villages non-stop, you can do it. If you want an army of unbeatable Myrmidon, you just a couple of clicks, and as long as you got the resources, you got that. The luxury. No more sweaty games. My carpal tunnel is healed. The Viper no longer has to wear his hand brace thingy, right? Oh, that's on his other hand. Oh, the point still stands. What if I simply don't want to spend half the game spamming H and V and making sure that my bloody docks are all building archer ships? And well, this is the question. Is the ability to train units on the dot a vital skill which separates the pros from the casuals? Or is it just gatekeeping? The pros will win anyway, so why does it matter? PegasusRush puts it this way. You know, in some games, they mod some scripts and AIs to perfect some activities in order to understand what a perfect run is. That's what auto queue should be. A mod that allows for theoretical gameplay. To take this one step further and make an analogy of it that tends to make sense in my brain, if everyone could shoot like Steph Curry, then basketball could get sold and a perfect strategy could be discovered to maximize points. Maybe this makes sense. I'm sure there's something in there, but you know, that's what you get. I'm only so good. So the next logical path is to ask the question, if we truly want to compete, then shouldn't we compete? Mechanics are a part of the game, and to remove them lowers the skill ceiling. If we were to add in an auto micro function, that would be disastrous to the competitive integrity of an RTS game, right? So it seems to me, and unfortunately for the auto queue lovers out there, the other top RTS players, that adding in an auto macro function creates the same problem. I want to say that I used to be a diehard RTS player. Auto queue was the devil, but I loved AoM, so I played vanilla for many years up until there just wasn't anyone left to play. So I converted to the dark side and saw the advantages of auto queue from a purely educational standpoint. I now know what perfect macro is, what it feels like, and what I can aim for with my own gameplay. I now know the exact timings I can hit if I macro perfectly. I now know hundreds of new strategies that I wouldn't have thought of simply due to the fact that during my normal gameplay, I would be so focused on macro that I can't see past those mistakes. For example, I lost this game because I didn't spend my resources effectively. It was a very common conclusion way back in those early days. So in the end, the solution to me is clear. Competitive play has no place for auto queue. I want to know who has the best micro, strategy, and macro. It's a combination of the three. No one category is more important than another. And therefore, to diminish the importance of macro is to diminish the importance of the competitive environment of the game. Beyond all of this, and casual is casual for a reason. I too want to relax and not spam HV over and over again in order to train villagers from time to time. And as such, it makes sense for auto queue to have its place in custom game options. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now it's your turn. Tell me why I'm wrong in the comments. AoM Retold is going to be an amazing time regardless of the developer's decisions regarding auto queue, and I for one cannot wait for some more information and to get my hands on the game. Peace!